Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we got Hampshire. If you're unaware, because I don't know, you just haven't been around the game the past little bit. Right now, Wargaming has 4 boats that you can go out there, spend your hard-earned doubloons, 1,000 of them, and get to rent the ship for a week. I figured I'll probably rent one ship a week and see how I like each ship. This week, it's all about Hampshire, and let me tell you guys. God, I love this ship. Let's be fair, I'm a British cruiser stan, so we understand why I'm going to like this boat, but it is particularly cracked, especially if you understand what exactly you're doing in this vessel. As far as our commander goes, you'll hear the ramblings of our commander in the background. You probably have already heard them, but we are running a Lane Neptune. Doing Neptune because she's pretty much entirely AP focused, and that's kind of the shtick of Hampshire. Hampshire is all about the AP, much like the light cruisers of the line. Hampshire focuses all on the AP, but we are a heavy cruiser. That's right. We have 5 2-barreled 203 millimeter guns, so the kind of standard affair sized gun for that you would expect to see up at tier 7. We have relatively light armor. 25 millimeters, I believe, is the vast majority of our nose and tail, and we have a little bit of strip of 27 in the central part and a big old citadel that sticks out of the water. It's a good time. Commenting on the game, we do have carriers in the game, and our carrier is doing a fantastic job of keeping this lightning lit. We do have the ability to get some big hits. Of course, we are going to overmatch him for all of those, so we'll only get 10% of our hits, but that's okay, because we're farming out damage, and that's important for us because, well, right now, base reload on this vessel is, 8.5 seconds. However, we've done something a little special. We've paid to put the epic reload mod, and the reason we've done that is, well, because it's a rental ship. When it leaves the port, that epic mod will come back to us free of charge. We won't have to pay to take it off the boat, which will be great because that means we get to put it on another ship. So we do have the epic reload mod installed, and with that means for every 30,000 damage we do, we will pick up some extra reload time, and for every kill we pick up, we'll pick up some extra damage. And well, given Neptune's ability to buff damage, we are Hampshire can get to some pretty fun amounts of damage, especially given just how well that AP does. Now, the AP is the big thing with this vessel. Basically, these are Russian shells. That's the way it's kind of been explained to me. We get basically, as far as Russian shell penetration characteristics with improved pen angles, which means we have these shells carry penetration over a very long distance, and then they do some very spicy things once they get there. I do have to say, currently this ship is in testing, and because of that, all this could change when this ship releases. This whole thing is about testing these ships. I do find it kind of weird that they're doing this. I'm partially wondering if they've introduced this test period for these vessels as a response to the whole Xbox players. Some of them got a ton of extra doubloons, and this is an easy way to drain the marketplace of doubloons without really having to deal with a lot. That's my daily conspiracy. Anyways, Black pops up right here with no health, and he's going to go ahead and give us a nice next buff to our shells, and even better, we now have this wonderful little concealed firing position where we are going to be able to rain down some shells on both Anchorage and the Colorado here. And this is what Hampshire is about. It is about finding these angles and just laying into enemy vessels with your AP. You can see we did a nice 8,000 damage there with that salvo. Repeat that every 8 seconds, and well, you can see just where these shells can get very, very spicy. We're going to switch our fire over to Colorado. Mainly we're doing this because he's the one who's closest to this peak. We want to be able to kind of nudge our way out around that peak and be able to continue engaging the Anchorage while in concealment. Of course, we're not in concealment right now because there is an enemy aircraft carrier out and about, and we need to end him. So we've sent up our fighter plane. One thing I have noticed with this boat with Hampshire, not exactly the anti-air powerhouse that I was expecting. Or not expecting, I should say. It felt a little weak on the AA, especially given that the British cruisers tend to have pretty substantive AA. Just seemed to feel like one of the weak points of the ship, but that's fine. It is plenty strong, as you can see. That Anchorage, he's getting some the crap kicked out of him as our Parseval ends up taking him out, sadly denying us of our 4th kill, but freeing up our entire side here. Now we kind of have some options, and well, for me personally, I was like, I think the best plan for us right now is going to be try to help this destroyer hunt down the enemy aircraft carrier, and then by that time we should hopefully have positioned ourselves a little bit closer to the enemy fleet, and we should be able to get some nice harassing positions on them, get some shells into them. The reason we're doing that is, well, we know we're up against the British carrier, and well, if there's a carrier that is well equipped to take out a destroyer, it's probably going to be one of the British ones. That and the Russians, just given the way that they drop their ordnance, especially with the British, the sheer number of bombs that they drop means they have a very high percentage chance of being able to hurt the enemy destroyer or our friendly destroyer. And well, I don't want to chance it. So we're going to kind of sail out into the open water and try to assist our destroyer. He should be able to get the majority of the damage, but given the AP we have, we can hopefully do some damage. I'm not too confident that we're going to be able to get through his armored flight deck with the 203s. I think we may have a ricochet issue with them, but we will try. Meanwhile, all this is playing out. Hopefully our team can kind of help and hold off the B flag, and they look like they're in some pretty good position to do it, right? We have that battleship currently dealing with that cruiser. Our team is in a good position to continue holding B and C, so that's why I'm confident being able to kind of push out here and talk about how long it's taking to get to the Implacable, because, well, God does it take forever when one of these aircraft carriers wants to go hide in the corner of the map. It makes you wish the aircraft carriers had like a circular, like they had to stay within the circle of the map. I don't know, that wouldn't be fair to them, but this is where it just gets annoying, and it takes just so much time out of your day in order to deal with these vessels or with the aircraft carriers. It just gets annoying. It's just a waste of time. Anyways, we're gonna start trying to get some shells into him. We can see Implacable took a couple of torpedoes, but by no means is he too close to death, and we are getting a lot of ricochets off of that armored flight deck. Kind of expected behavior, but we'll get a couple of impacts here, and that's all we kind of need to do. We're not in range of any of the other enemy vessels, so getting these hits now in is exactly the kind of stuff we need to do. He drops spot right there. Can we finish him off for our 4th kill? Get a little extra damage? No. Oh well, we tried. Cool. Well, the game is still relatively close as far as ship goes. We're up by 2, but that can always change. But the good news is we have eliminated their aircraft carrier, which is definitely going to help us, and he actually takes out the destroyer that went after him. And this is why it was a good idea to come out here, We can see our aircraft carrier dropping the set of crew, that bag ration, and what I think it's a Colorado, that are kind of convoying together. And we're going to line ourselves up right over here, because this is the other thing we need to talk about for Hampshire, is the gun setup. Hampshire is a fantastic vessel designed to kite, designed to retreat as it shoots. If you look, the two rear guns, of course, face rear. The two rear guns off the front are 360-degree turrets, allowing them to rotate to whichever side. And then the nose gun is the only one that has to rotate forward on the ship in order to switch from left to right. What that means is this vessel is very well designed to shoot backwards. It is very happy in the current configuration we have it in right now, running away, which I know is crazy, but this is Hampshire's kind of bread and butter kind of position you want to be in. Relatively far out from the enemy, able to get all of the guns online, and if you need to make any sort of aggressive maneuvering, the ability to fire the majority of your guns, 80% of your guns, by swinging the ship left or right. Like, that is the fun thing with Hampshire. It makes it extremely versatile as we are able to, as we start taking shots in from this Colorado. He's going to go nose in on us. Of course, the Parzival gets a decent bomb drop on him. Of course, Colorado, being an American battleship, is going to have some fairly heavy AA, so we do want to do our part to try and get him all closed off. We're getting, now that he's nose in, we're only getting those pens up into the superstructure, but that's okay as he sends some shells our way. We take him out and easily deal with just eating one of his shells. Cool. So guys, that's pretty much going to be the match. Sadly, we're at 4 kills, but we will not be able to make our way back to the play area and get the last cruiser in range before we end up winning on points. So let's go ahead and just cut to the end. 3,269 XP for a pretty good game. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.